Sometimes clients come to sessions really agitated, almost in a crisis mode, and your job as a therapist is to try to change, reduce, redirect the energy in a way where a good talk therapy session can happen. You may already use a number of techniques, maybe mindfulness. You might have some relaxation exercises or even guided imagery, whatever, to try to bring a client to a more focused state. But there are some nonverbal techniques that you can use that are really very effective, and your clients may even continue to use them. I really love sand. I know that it speaks to us. If we came from the ocean, we know sand and we know how relaxing it is. And if you have a little tray that costs $1 at party stores, and you had a little bag of sand that you can get from a craft store, and you put a little sand on a tray like this, and you allowed your client to paint in the sand, for maybe 5-10 minutes. In Buddhist communities, often raking in the sand is a very relaxing exercise. And trust me, you might even enjoy painting in sand yourself. Like with other nonverbal processes, you would just watch while your client made designs or did whatever they wanted in the sand. Very, very relaxing. If I had a client who might be very teary, very sad, I might use watercolors. And the reason is because watercolors they reflect tears and emotions, and they flow very freely. If you had a little bit of water and some watercolors and a paintbrush, and you might invite your client just to do a little painting. If I did this with a client, I would probably have a piece of paper and I would paint on my paper too while they were painting. And the advantage of watercolors and painting like this, it's like the sand. You don't have to be painting anything in particular. You are just allowing the water to let emotions flow. I highly prefer this to handing tissues to a client and telling them they're there, it'll be okay. I have one other material that is very nice for changing the energy. Anger is a very intense feeling. And when people are feeling so angry, they can't even speak. You might offer, this is just some plastic clay. And you can paint with clay. It's very wonderful. And if you demonstrated to a client how you paint with clay, you take the clay and you rub it really hard with your hands, and you rub it into the paper. There's resistance from the clay. It takes a little energy. And you end up with an interesting, perhaps, work of art. You might even go along, these kinds of activities I think would be very, very good to do with your client, because you are joining in with the powerful emotions that they're feeling. And I think you will see that, really a few minutes of going to an unspoken space can help a client and can help you gain some middle ground where you can have good conversation.